Oh, okay. It's gonna be like that? Okay.
Maybe I left here a long time ago and neither of us knew it. Would they say I lost the plot? Would you say I blew it? Thought I found a way back home, but now I'm looking through it. After all this time spent gone, I think I just outgrew it. Were we supposed to waste away? Empty out my bedroom, throw all that stuff away. All I'm taking with me now is a blank slate. 'Cause these days are too short to live all life through in this landlocked heart with you. Maybe I left here a long time ago, and maybe we both knew it. Maybe this could have been heaven, but the weeds just grew right through it. So what is left of paradise out beyond its edges? Empty lights, a sunset sky over empty hedges. Are we supposed to waste away?
All right, everybody, let's get rocking and rolling here.
Empty out my bedroom, throw all that stuff away. All I'm taking with me now is a blank slate. 'Cause these days are too short to live a whole life through in this land.
All right, there we go. There's the little AV jumps. Is this gonna work? All right, hold on one second. Hold on. All right, cool. Guys, Stream Deck took a serious beating or something. All right, guys, what's up? Welcome everybody to the stream. My name is Jerry. This is Monday at 4 p.m., which means only one thing. We're going to be playing Haiku Pro, and I'm going to be teaching a full class over the next 60 minutes that you can take for absolutely free. And I will be teaching you hands-on practical application of what the cyber attack kill chain is, the cyber kill chain, whatever you want to call it. We're going to do Recon. We're going to do weaponization. We're going to deliver. We're going to exploit. You're going to love it. We're going to do privilege escalation, attack on objective. We're going to get those flags, and I'm going to be breaking it down over the next 60 minutes, explaining all of the concepts to you, why we're doing what we're doing, why it makes sense. It's going to be good. I'm super pumped that you're all there. Also, you'll notice that my headphones are missing. I've got this, professional grade newscaster thing. It was like molded to my ear. We'll see how it goes. If it's like anything else that's going on today, it could be a hot mess express. Before we get into it, I do want to say what's up to Alex Goodwin, Carrie, Gail Salins, good to see you. Ben Howard, Tim George, good to see you. Always great to have everybody in chat. Looks like we got about, it's kind of hard for me to tell how many people we got here today. 73 people, awesome. All right, guys, if you're on YouTube, we've got a pinned chat right here. You can see it on stream. If you want, over the next 60 minutes, I said this will be a practical hands-on learning experience, and I absolutely mean it. It's going to cost you $0. What you need to do is, if you want to play along, right, go to haikupro.com, link in the description below, and sign up. It's free, right? Like it doesn't cost you anything. Sign up so you get access to the platform. And then we will go in, once you get signed up and everything, we will go in and we will do the steps going through the life cycle range together. So I just want to give a couple people a minute. Like if you haven't done it already, go to haikupro.com if you're going to follow along, okay? Meanwhile, I'll be saying what's up. Going pro with the earpiece. That's right, Justabite. Soundboard's still working. Love it. Here, let me tweet really quickly that we're going live here. Oh, thank you, Sammy Barnes. That's very nice of you. I love it. Thank you. Very, very, very kind. Jenny Housley, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, Jenny. Great to have you. Super pumped. What's up, Carrie? Not much, dude. Long day. Logged into Haiku Pro, waiting on us. Oh, that's perfect. Okay. We'll give it 1 more minute. Again, if you want to play along, go to haikupro.com and sign up. All right, James Randolph, I think you'll love it. All right, 78 of you here. This is perfect. All right, guys. So the cyber attack kill chain. In fact, let me do this to break it down a little bit. I just typed in cyber attack chill chain. Chill chain. It's very chill. It's very chill. All right, Lockheed Martin's the one who kind of owns the rights to the name of it, but I will show you, a different one, right? There's many different iterations of it. Let me see if I can find one that's .gov, so we don't violate any type of copyright infringement. Here we go. This is from. Where is this from? Nope. I'm trying to find a .gov one. You know what I mean? These are all so small. This is annoying. It's so annoying when you want to like show something on stream and like all the options are tiny. You're like, what the heck? Dude, what are we doing? All right, hold on. Miter attack. That would be free. Right? Oh my god, bro. Stay tuned. I'm trying to pull up the cyber kill chain. Like, if I had thought ahead of time, it would have been fine, but I've been kind of going bananas up in here. Okay, so here we go. Check this out, okay? Because I want to level set. No matter what the threat actors are doing, no matter red team, APT, whatever, whether you're doing a cyber range, whether you're doing anything, it almost always follows this workflow. Now, one thing that you're not going to get out of the picture here is the iteration, and I'll explain that in a second, okay? So if you look, it goes from left to right across the workflow. Recon is the very first step. You've got to analyze who your target is. What IPs do they have? What tech stack are they using? What personnel are there? Remember, you can attack humans, you can attack systems, and you can attack technology, okay? Humans, like social engineering, processes like password reset workflows, right? You can exploit those, or technology, right? 0-day exploitation, and there's a million different options, right? Misconfigured stuff, we got our buddy Carl. Okay, so you do your recon and you figure out what you've got available to, right? Then the next step is weaponize, okay? Weaponize is basically understanding where the vulnerabilities are and how you may exploit them, right? It's like the way I always like to think about it is like this. It's like you look at like your golf shot. If you ever played golf, you look at your golf shot and then you go to your golf bag and you pick out the club that's best for what you're trying to accomplish. It's the same thing. You look at your attack surface and then you go back to your golf bag and you pick out the exploit that fits the situation, right? Or if you're a fisherman, right? Or fisherwoman, right? You look at like, what kind of fish you going for? What's the water? Is it running water, still water, ocean water, fresh water, whatever? Then you go to your tackle box and you pick out the right bait, right? So the right weapon, and that's critically important, okay? And it's not always a 0-day, point and click weapon. Sometimes it's like I said, social engineering or whatever. But that's the next step in the process. Then you deliver it, which is pretty lackluster and straightforward. You hit the send button on the email. There's really no fireworks. It just goes. For a social engineering campaign, for an exploit 0-day, maybe you fire it through Metasploit, whatever. You deliver it. Then exploitation happens. And here's one thing that you may not know, okay? A lot of people don't know this, and I used to feel this way, okay? Not all malicious payloads that are delivered work, right? I've literally had a sysadmin logged in with privileged credentials try to run malware, try to run ransomware, okay? And the ransomware was kind of dodgy. and it did not fire correctly on the workstation. Okay, I've seen ransomware where the threat actors, this is true, where the threat actors forgot to enable the encryption part. So it literally ran, it ran, but didn't encrypt anywhere. So that was very, very, very fortunate for me at that time where I was in my career. But what's up, London? Good to see you. Hold on, I'll show you the range in a second, Gail. I'm trying to explain the MITRE ATT&CK, the kill chain here, okay? So then you exploit successfully. Once you have that initial foothold, right, your C2 sliver payloads, then you install a persistence mechanism, or maybe a key logger, maybe some type of info stealer, maybe a crypto jacker, like whatever it is, you install your payloads, because now you basically have access to the box. Maybe you've escalated privileges and you're installing your malware. Now, the C2 mechanism, the command and control, that is a mechanism that allows you as a threat actor to continue to connect to your compromised asset and make it do things, right? Make it do lateral movement, make it report in, exfil data out of it, whatever you want. And then finally, action on objective. That's a very vague one. But no matter what, like the idea of like the 90s and the curious hacker kid, that's gone the wayside, right? Now, whenever someone does something, whether it's for good, like a bug bounty, or they're doing it maliciously for criminal profit, there's always an action on the objective. In fact, if you joined the Daily Cyber Threat Briefing this morning, it was discovered that this C2X or NCX or whatever, the phone thing, I can't even remember the acronym now, but the phone thing, it's highly attributed to North Korea and Lazarus Group. And I said on the stream, their actions on objectives are really financially focused, and that's probably a good thing for these businesses, because if they're not doing well financially or whatever, Lazarus may just pass by them even though they've got a foothold on them. 3CX, thanks Tim George. All right, so now that we all understand what the heck we're doing here as a kill chain, the reason I brought this up on stream is because today we're going to be doing LIFECYCLE, and this range is named LIFECYCLE because it takes you through the attack kill chain, the life cycle of that attack. So go ahead, join me if you will. There's a pinned chat on YouTube right now that you can go to, haikupro.com. This is free for everybody. If you're watching this and you want to play along, it's absolutely free. I swear to you, it was imperative that it was free for people in the audience, for my students essentially, okay? So we're going to go into Haiku Pro. Click on the range button right here, right? You got, here, I'm trying to click this range button, right? When you click it, this is what comes up. Now you've got a little search bar. Go ahead and type in the search bar, life, right? And it should filter automatically to just having this guy right here, okay? So let me know when you're in there. Yeah, LIFECYCLE, okay? So now we're going to go ahead and click on LIFECYCLE. You could see on Haiku Pro, when you click into a range, you get a little bit more context. What kind of skills will you be using, right? What kind of skills are you using in here? What kind of skills might you need in order to accomplish beating this range? And a little bit about the objectives itself, which is really, really great, right? You could see here, they talk about the stages of the life cycle. I actually went into greater detail because the Step 4, post-exploitation, is actually broken into greater detail. Installation, C2 beaconing, actions on objectives. Are you doing ransomware? Are you doing data exfil? Whatever. So that's what it is. So go ahead and you will get the badge if you complete the range with me. So I definitely recommend you complete the range with me. Go ahead and click play range. Okay? And then hit begin. Let's go. While this is spinning up, I'll ask people in chat. If you're following along, let me know. Here, actually, I'm going to start a poll on YouTube. I know there's a bunch of you on LinkedIn, but all the action's over on YouTube. I mean, yeah. Are you following along on your own range? This is a poll for the folks on YouTube. Please vote. I'm curious to know how many of you are following along. Okay, so now Just a Byte, it won't let you log in. Like, you can't log in to Haiku Pro, the platform, or you can't log into the range. Okay. So my range has come up. 1 second. All right. So, guys, just to kind of orientate everybody while you're in here, while people are while people are getting spun up in here. Okay, Mr. Shannon Wilson, we'll wait for you. So while we get stood up in here, you can see for every range on Haiku Pro, there's like a summary tab right here. You can see the summary tab. And it basically reiterates what the learning objectives are for you here. It gives you the same objective here that we actually had saw on the front end of the range. And then if you look, there's another tab that says goals. And this is where we're going to be operating. Now it says total flags equals 2. That is incorrect. There are more than 2 flags, which we will see in a minute. I'm going to scroll down here, and I want to show you guys this interface. This is a Kali instance box right now, okay? So like let me launch this thing really quickly. When I launch this, and you look, I launched 2 by accident, right? You can see it's literally a Kali box, okay? This isn't like, you know, like what's the word I'm looking for? A simulation of a Kali box. This is a legit instance of Kali. You can see all the good Kali tools are all installed here, right? And this isn't a stream on all the Kali tools, but I'm just making you aware we are operating with the tools that you would use in real life, right? So there is practical application here. All right, Caleb's in. Nice, dude. World's Wonder says he's unable to launch the range, or she is. World's Wonder, when you're launching the range, are you getting an error message? There are some Haiku people in chat following along who can maybe help. It wasn't allowing login until use not username but email. Okay. Cyber Ninja's at the office. All right. So it looks like just looking at the. Oh, Toasty Pop's got the range. This is great. Oh, hey, Caleb, thanks for the squad support. The name of the range is LIFECYCLE. 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 Okay. You want to do the LIFECYCLE range with me, okay? The range is called LIFECYCLE. I don't know. I don't know about free trial. The thing is, you don't have to put a credit card information or anything. There is a free tier that I'm using for this stream. You do not need to put a credit card in, okay? It automatically starts the free trial when you register. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. You're not going to put your credit card in. You're not going to get charged. There's nothing gimmicky about this. This is me doing a free class using Haiku Pro as a platform. Okay? It automatically starts. Okay. LIFECYCLE. Good. Yeah, search for the word life. Okay. All right, I'm going to start. It looks like 64 people voted. 2/3 of you are playing along, so that's very cool. Gail, type in just life, L-I-F-E, L-I-F-E. Okay. All right, so hold on, Ben Howard. Yeah. All right, so check it out. I'm going to do the first goal, all right? So it says reconnaissance. I'm going to read this out loud for those of you who are following along, okay? Reconnaissance is the first step in the attack life cycle and likely where you'll spend most of your time. While recon tactics can be broad, the core process is the same. As you gather and identify key information about a target, you start to narrow down what matters, right? Filter out unnecessary info and enumerate or dig into that key info further, right? If you find out it's a Windows box, you're not going to start looking at Linux exploits, right? You're going to be looking at Windows stuff. We've been given a target IP, which you all can see. I will say that your target IP will be different. Every one of us has a unique range, okay? Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure, Gail, why it didn't come up. Hey, Jesus Christ, does it ask you for a social security number? It shouldn't. It better not. That sounds not right. Thank you, Jenny Housley. Okay, so we use tools like Nmap to automate and target against the 65,353 available ports to which are open. Run a port scan on the target IP to find the available ports. What port numbers are open and what services are running on them? So in our Kali box, go ahead and click on, you can click on this button right here, or this button right here, excuse me, here. These are the two buttons you need to click on, either this one or this one. right? And this will launch a terminal shell, okay? Which is this black box with the red font. Hopefully you guys can see this, okay? Once you have a terminal... Okay, good. All right. Oh, okay. You guys got me. Okay, so once you have a terminal shell open, right, we're going to do this. We're going to type in nmap-p dash, okay, dash... I don't want to do dash A, okay? Let's just do dash P 4316. Type in your IP address, okay? This is what you're going to want to type. nmap dash P dash, and then the IP address that is right here in your target IP, okay? Do not type in 10.161.43.16 like I did. Your IP address will be different because you're on a different range than me. It's the same range, but the tech behind it is unique for you, okay? So go ahead and do that. Now, what is happening here? Hit enter. What's happening here is we are telling Nmap, a seminal tool in the information security industry, to go and search all the ports. Now, when you see this dash P right here, there is a finite number of ports. Ports are listening, not listening services, but a computer is an IP, has an IP address, right? And then you can have multiple listening services on a computer waiting for a network communication, right? So when I go to google.com and hit enter, there's a listening web server somewhere in the world for Google listening, and when I make that connection, it establishes the three-way handshake, and then it delivers Google's homepage to me. That is what a port is, okay? So a port is in the OSI stack slightly above, well, it's not slightly, it's one level above the network layer in the transport layer, and it is for listening services. In this instance, there's only one listening service. You can see right here, port 808, but there could be hundreds of listening services, but there is a finite number. You can only go up to 65,353. Why? Because there's, I'm not sure if it's like 8-bit or 16-bit, but basically there's a set of bits in binary base 2 that represents what port number it is. And because if you turn all of the bits to 1, the highest it can go is like 65,300 and something. There's a couple reserved ports and stuff like that, but that's the deal here. So when we run this Nmap scan, we found out it's 808 and it's CC proxy-HTTP listening, okay? It says what port numbers are open and what services are running on them. So, okay, hold on one second, guys. So I did -p dash, and you'll notice that I did not get, I didn't get more. I need more information. So push up on your arrow key, which will go through your bash history, which will allow you to just access things you've already typed in and hit enter. And go ahead and back arrow key here. Now I'm going to show you another thing. You don't have to do it this way, but it's going to be cool. Okay, P808, because we know. Hold on one second, -A. Listen, we know that only port 808 is the only listening one. So instead of -p dash, we can actually just say -p808 and say only look at port 808, right? We basically know it's the only one there. So instead of wasting time looking at all the other ports, let's just do port 808. Now, TAC A, you want to also add. You can see it right here, right? TAC A. This will give us much more detail about that particular listening service, okay? Nmap is very good about fingerprinting these things. Can someone be NSA level hacker? I mean, if you are in your 40s, it can't happen, right? No, Taekwon Gong, it's really, thank you, 2 to the 16th, Alex Goodwin. No, Taekwon Gong, it's really all about how much time, energy, and effort you want to put into it. There's plenty of people who pivot in their 40s. All right. So you could see here, we got a ton more information, okay? A ton more information. And you can see now, it's still HTTP, right? But we're running Apache 247. And remember, on these ranges, guys, there's always like an answer format. It kind of gives you a hint as to like what the structure looks like. So something dot, right? So we need the port number and what services is running. So we know the port number is 808, and we'll use a comma. And then we'll do Apache .2.4.7. Okay? Look at what I typed in and then let me explain it. This is what I typed in, okay? This is coming directly from our Nmap. Directly from our Nmap, okay? Okay, whoops. Support 808 and Apache 247. Okay? And this is what the goal is asking us for. Whoops. What the okay? So let's go ahead and submit that flag. Yes. Nice job, everyone. If you got that flag, congratulations. If you got it without my help, congratulations. If you're stuck, let me know. Okay, so Carrie's stuck. So let me repeat this just in case a couple other people are stuck. What you want to do is you want to run this command. nmap-p space 808 space -a and then the target IP address of your range. This is saying run the nmap command, look at only port 808 on this server, and return, I think the A stands for like everything or all. It return a bunch of information on that machine. These are the arguments that you're passing to the nmap application. When the nmap application runs, you'll get this result, right? You can see I ran it right here. Whoops. I ran it right here. And we got all of this results. But the one thing that we really care about is right here, the Apache 247. So this is saying that this web server is running Apache web server version 2.47. Now remember, guys, when we talk about the kill chain, we've done Recon. Remember I said it's like going to the fishing and knowing what kind of fish you're fishing for, what kind of water you're fishing in? This is what we just did. We now know that Apache 247 is the web server running. We can begin to look in our tool of weapons, our tackle box, for things that maybe can attack or what vulnerabilities have been documented around Apache 247, right? Okay, let's keep going. Hopefully, Carrie, you're with us again. All right, so looking at the next challenge here, they said we've identified an Apache HTTP server is running on this device and can easily visit on the browser, but web apps have a wide attack surface. This is very true. Lots of directories and web pages. How do we know what directories are available? We're still in the recon phase, okay? Just because we have a piece of information does not mean that we stop the recon phase. By the way, we're playing Haiku Pro. If you want to follow along, you can go to haikupro.com, sign up for a free account. We're doing the life cycle range right now. You can still jump in. It's free to people on this stream only. Later on today, if you're watching this on replay, I'm sorry, the range is no longer free. It's for right now only. Okay? So let's say enumerate further. The answer is to use directory brute forcing. Okay, we're going to learn this in a second. To automate checking the URL against a pre-configured word list. All right. What directory returns a 403 error? Okay. Well, let's do this, guys. We're going to learn another tool right now. Oh my gosh, hold on. We're going to learn another tool right now. So Dirbuster, or D-I-R-B, Dirb. Why is it hanging up? Hold on. It's hanging. I don't like that. Dirb is a web content scanner. It basically takes in a list and it does directory brute force on the IP, right? And it can do a couple other things, but you know, it's cool. All right, so let's go ahead and quit. Okay, so let's just type in Dirb. It's this easy, right? Type in DIRB space and then the IP address of your range, and we'll see if this works or not, right? No, Alex Goodwin, it will be using a dictionary, but it is a directory. It's a web application directory brute forcing is what we're doing. Okay, so go ahead and type Dirb and then your thing and then hit enter. Now it says I messed up already, okay? And this is great. Good tools will give you indication on what you did wrong. So all we did was put in an IP address, and we need to preface it with a hypertext transfer protocol prefix. So hit the up arrow to go back into your bash history. Use the left arrow key to go backwards and add the HTTP. And let's see what happens. See, I forgot this right here. But go ahead and add it and let's see what happens. All right, 0 found. Too many errors connecting to host. All right. Now I think maybe I need to use a better word list. So let's do this, okay? It says too many errors connecting to host. Wait a minute. Let me do something really quickly and confirm. Oh, you know why? Check this out. Okay, so I made a mistake. Okay, and guys, everybody makes mistakes. I make mistakes all the time. It is listening on port 808, right? We just discovered that. Default HTTP unencrypted web traffic by default goes across port 80. So when I did not put in this 808, it assumed port 80 and there's no listening server there, so it failed. So go ahead and do, oh my gosh. Go ahead and type in, oh my God. Go ahead and type in the IP address and then :808 and let's see what that happened. All right, there we go. Now we're flying, baby. All right, so we found some goodies. We found some goodies, y'all. Okay, so, and by the way, we could do this. I should have done this before, right? We could type in, as part of your recon phase, you almost always would want to do this if it's a public-facing website, but port 808 as a web server, you could see here, I opened a web browser, I went into the IP address 808, and you could see that there's something here. Some HTML file was returned. Now, we're elite next level hackers, so we operate in the command line only, but that's aside. Yeah. Oh, hey, thanks for the feedback, Carrie and Alana. If I am going too fast, I apologize. I am trying to be, I'm trying to serve multiple audiences right now, so hopefully, you can go back and watch it on replay as well. Obviously, I do content like this all the time, so I'm happy to go through it again. Okay, so looking at the outputs of this command, you can see it worked correctly, and we found 3 hits. Okay, well, let's look at what we found. Okay, remember, let me explain to you what Derb's doing. Okay. Let me explain to you what Derb's doing. Okay, so this right here is an IP address, right? You type in web browsers all the time, google.com, amazon.com, like whatever, simplycyber.io, LOL, right? We type things in browsers all the time and we don't really think about it. But if you were to type in a browser and then do / say admin, not found, right? / admin was not found. Okay, well then what about / carry? Nothing found. Okay, so I could do this manually, but it would be really boring, really time consuming, and super annoying. With a tool like Derb, what it's doing is it's going through all of those iterations of / admin, / carry, / images, / whatever. And there's a huge list, and there's tons of well-known, well-documented directory resources on web servers that are captured in the dictionary that Derb is using. So that is what's so powerful. It took me the same amount of time it took me to check / admin and / carry. Derbuster went through all of its 4,600 different entries and found 3, right? In the same amount of time. So it's much, much faster, right? So check this out. We found some goodies. Let's take a look at what we found. You can see it actually iterated into this directory. We got an error code 403, an error code 403, and a code 200. Not error code, a code. These are HTTP status codes, okay? HTTP status codes. Most of us don't really think twice about HTTP status codes, but they are really informative. They really tell us a lot of stuff, okay? You can see here, this is a Wikipedia page, right? This is a standard convention in the protocol. We always get HTTP 200 and we don't think twice about it. This means 200 means it sent you the data. You got the web page. Everything's fine. You may be familiar with a 301 redirect. You've ever seen a 301 redirect? That's in the 300s. A 400 is a client error. Who hasn't received a 404? You definitely in your life have seen a 404. You probably didn't know it was an HTTP status code and it was well defined in the protocol, but 404 is one of the client error types. Same with 500s, right? There's a error 501, like server failed. Okay, that's what these are. So when we look at DERB and we see that there were 4 responses, these are the status codes. This tells us something, okay? So let's look at what a 403 status code is, okay? 403, unauthorized. Similar to 403 forbidden, but for use when authentication is required and has failed or not been provided. So this 403, these two 403s, you have to authenticate, and that's telling us something. And this is very interesting because the URL is server status. That is very sensitive. Also, CGI bin, common gateway interface, binaries. Typically, you don't see it as often anymore, at least I don't, but CGIs used to be the way that you made really interesting web apps. Now they've kind of abstracted it up to web frameworks like Flask and Django and Drupal and stuff like that, but this is the way it used to be, okay? So these two resources need to get authentication. All right, so let's take a look. Yeah, actually, that's interesting. So, Aranita, are you suggesting that you're able to scan my IP address? I'd be kind of curious. Yeah, it's very interesting. I'd be actually kind of curious if you're able to ping my IP address, 10.161.43.16. Okay. Okay, guys, so I'm sorry, I got distracted here. So what are we looking for? What's the range flag here? The range says, which directories return a 403 error? Well, we just found that out with DERB, right? They're right here. So we're going to go with server status and CGI bin. Now remember, you could type them in any order, but the answer format gives us some indication that this is 3 letters, 6 letters, 6 letters, right? So it's obviously CGI bin and server status. So let's go ahead and type that in. Do slash CGI bin slash server status. Okay, this is what we're typing in, and it's because we got it from DERB with its brute force attack on the web resources of this web server. Okay, let's go ahead and submit it. Yes. Congratulations, everybody. Hopefully you're still with me. Yes, they are dashes, not underscore. So Ben Howard, and for all of you that are having trouble getting through this particular flag, the answer is slash. Make sure you get that slash in there, okay, guys? Make sure that you get this slash. This is a hyphen. This is a comma. This is a slash. Okay, this is a hyphen. Okay? I'm not with you anymore because I suck at this. All right, Carrie. Like, I think you just need to, move at a pace that's comfortable for you. And all the content is here. You definitely you've got all the access, man. How loud is DERB in the logs? Would an Apache admin recognize this in the logs as an attack? So, Mr. Even Stranger, I do believe, Jenny said it, DERB would be pretty loud. I agree. If you think about it, like, you're basically trying to request something that is not there. So if you have your logs configured correctly, then you will see all of those requests coming to random things that would be clear, and you'd see them all within a short amount of time, which is clear indication of a tool. All right, guys, let's keep on going. It's starting to get a little dicey in here. So we're going to move on to the vulnerability analysis phase, okay? We've identified a service, and we have information about it. We used an online search engine like Google. Let's see if the service, its version number, or even discovered web pages with a 403 error return known vulnerabilities. Digging into resources on the web, we can see certain URL endpoints may have a CGI extension. Try using web fuzzing tool, wfuzz, so it's telling us what tool we're wanting to use, on the command line to identify the available URL endpoint with a CGI extension under one of the directories from above. Okay, so we know that we're going to be working inside one of these directories, okay? And we know we're going to be using the wfuzz tool. Now, I am by no means an expert in wfuzz, okay? So we might do this together, okay? While you're here, you can do man wfuzz. Okay. Also, I'm going to pull up this. I'm going to say wfuzz CGI. Now, this is just straight Google. I don't know what we're going to get, okay? Because it says try wfuzz. It says try wfuzz and look for a CGI extension, okay? So I'm going to put wfuzz CGI, okay? Clicking on this. You know, I'm such a brat though. Like I don't want to read all this. I just want to just give me the goods. Give me what I need. All right, recursive fuzzing. Let's see. In the following example, we're recursing at level 1 with a list inline containing 3 directories in CGI bin. Now that we have a directory, all right. Let's see. Let's see. How does wfuzz work? Okay. So we need to use wfuzz. Here, let's look at the man pages. Okay. Exactly. Control F. All right. So wfuzz. We need options, then payloads, and then URL. Okay. So options, payloads, and then URL. Okay. Well, the URL is definitely going to be here, wfuzz, and then the URL is going to be well, it said CGI, so we should probably check the CGI one right first. Okay, let's do that. Oh my gosh, can I what are we doing here, pal? I'm going to copy and paste this, okay? Highlighted it, right click, I'm going to do wfuzz, and then paste this, okay? And just see what happens, okay? All right, so this doesn't look good. Looks like it's failing, okay, which is all right. Let's see. Let me do this. Let's look at the oh god, yeah, that definitely was a problem. Man wfuzz. See if we can find out some stuff here. Let's see. Dry run? No. Depth sounds important. We might have to come back to that. All right. You need the keyword fuzz as a variable. Okay. All right. And we are looking, so in the flag, a little cheating here. The flag is definitely something CGI. So then let's do this. Word list. Specify a word list. Okay. Let's look at the word list. So on all Kali instances, there is a user, share, and then the tool itself. And then typically word list. Yes. Okay. And you could see now there's like, these are directories underneath it. Let's do general, I guess. And then, I guess let's do let's do medium.text. Okay. Okay. So let's do this. This is going back to our wfuzz. I use the up arrow to go into my bash history, -w, and then let's do user list. Okay, let's do this. Okay, hopefully I don't want a carriage return there. All right, there we go. And then Jenny Housley says we have to use the fuzz keyword, so we want fuzz.cgi. Okay, so now we're doing wfuzz-w, passing it a word list. Okay, so this is very much like brute forcing the directory web resources. So this word list, wfuzz is going to go to this URL, okay? And it's going to attempt to go to like, you know, HTTP IP CGI bin / admin.cgi, jenny.cgi, printer.cgi, right? It's going to iterate, and if it gets something back that is good, like a status code 200, it's going to report that to us, okay? I don't even know if this is going to work. Let's see. All right, now you can see it came back with a bunch of 404s. We don't care about 404s, so hold on. There's got to be a way to filter it out. Like any like command line tool it's typically written by a tech person, and they definitely don't want to like have to like sift through stuff. So there's usually some type of way to like filter out stuff. I mean, you could use grep too, but show responses with a specified code. This is HTTP status code. So code lines words chars. So SC. So I guess SC 200. Let's do that. Okay, let's try this. Too many arguments. Do I have to put is it the order of the arguments? Let's do that. HC404, is that right, Velvin? All right, let me try that. That didn't work. Let me try the SC200 again. Okay. So it's not working. All right. I don't like it. Somebody know how to try at the end? Okay. Nope. That's all right. Let's do it this way, and then I'll just. Can we grep? This is probably not the right way to do it. There's probably a much more professional way, but since I'm a hack, oh God. Oh my God, Jerry. That didn't work. See, the thing is, I don't know if it's not working or if that list isn't a good list. You know what I mean? Double? Oh, double? Oh, I see. Okay, let me try the double, because I think the order matters. Remember, like it said the order before mattered? Oh, and by the way, what an idiot. I put it between the -W, the -W and the word list itself. Okay, hold on one second. Yay! Okay, so we got nothing back. Now, normally you might be like, okay, like I guess there's nothing here, but we know that there is something here. So let's do common, right? That's a pretty popular one. Okay, there it is. Nice, nice. Nice. So if you're following along, this is the command you need to run, okay? Oh wait, hold on. My big head is in the way. All right, if you're following along, this is what you need to type. This is what you need to type, okay? This is what you need to type. Type the following in your command line. wfuzz --sc Sierra Charlie space 200 space -w. We're going to pass it a word list. Then the following /usr /share /wfuzz /word list /general /common.txt. You can use tab complete with this, okay? Then space. Then HTTP :/ your target IP address, okay? :808. Whoops. :808. Okay. /CGI bin /fuzz.cgi. Now remember, guys, we're saying wfuzz --sc return status codes 200 only -w, use the word list common.txt that's installed in this directory, and target the web server on port 808, specifically the CGI bin directory, and look for any file name .cgi and switch the file name for the list inside of this common text dictionary. Okay, that's what happened. And when you hit enter, it will return this. This is the only This is the only 200 status code returned where wfuzz found it, and it's print.cgi. Okay, so the answer to this flag right here is print CGI. Now again, guys, this is all attacking a web server, and we, like, aside from me just showing you earlier, we haven't even needed to go into the server. Okay, excuse me, we haven't had to open a web browser. So print.cgi is the flag, okay? And we found it using wfuzz. Okay? So go ahead and push that and hit submit. Nice, nice, nice. All right, we're doing great. You're all doing great, okay? All right. I grepped -v404 at the end. We'll filter all the 404 lines. Oh, so unfocused dad. I suspect it may have been the dictionary. Try the common dictionary. Okay. All right, so let's look at the next challenge, shall we? The next challenge says, it seems like we have found a vulnerable URL endpoint, this print.cgi, and we're now moving on to the exploitation phase, okay? We're performing some simple execution tests like pinging our machine while performing a packet capture where TCP dump can confirm we have remote code execution we're looking for. But to leverage this vulnerability, we need to craft a payload to send to the vulnerable endpoint, okay? From our research, we find that shell shock payload is as followed, okay? You can see the special characters, and it needs to be placed in an HTML header, which the Apache web server will parse, and this can be often found either through the use it agent header or the cookie header, okay? Try with a cookie header and a curl request and place the Linux command to send a reverse shell back to a netcat listener on a separate terminal. Okay, so this is getting wicked intense. All right, guys, here's what we're going to do. First, we're going to close this web browser out because nobody need a web browser up in here. Let's open another command line prompt, okay? So click on this black box here to launch a new command line. And if you want, I like to do this. I like to clean up my space a little bit. Okay. We're going to go ahead and type in right? So NC is netcat, right? -lvnp. And for some reason, let's do 1337, right? Okay, so all I did, this is just in preparation of the attack. This is setting it up so we catch a reverse shell, okay? NC is netcat. That is a network listening. I mean, it's a network tool, okay? It's called the Swiss Army knife of networking or security. Don't worry about what these arguments mean. Just know that when you say LVNP, it's going to create a listening service on the port that we say. Now, you could pick any port you want. I've chosen 1337 just to be, ultra hackish and whatnot. But let's take a look at this. Shell shock curl command. Okay, I'm Googling shell shock curl command, okay? It took me all of like 5 seconds, okay? And I typed in shell shock curl command, okay? And the first Google result was this one from 7 Layers. So I clicked on it. You can click on it too, okay? Now, I'm assuming this will work. Okay? So I'm going to copy this. One second. All right, this is what I really want to do right here, okay? And they said use the user agent, so that's what this one is. You can see there's a couple different examples, but this one mentions user agent, which is what we're interested in, okay? So let's go ahead and copy this whole thing in. And we're going to go over to this browser right here. And now here's something that you need to do in order to copy and paste into and out of the Kali box. So pay attention, because this is really frustrating at first if you don't get it. You click on like the terminal shell or something and hit Control, Shift, and Alt. And you get this Kali desktop clipboard, right? You have to click in there, right click and paste. And that'll paste what I got from here, okay? So copy this to your clipboard, right? Copy this to your clipboard. Go into Haiku, click on a terminal browser or something, hit Control, Shift, and Alt to get this white page to come up, this guacamole thing. Right click in there and paste, and you'll paste it all. Then hit Control, Shift, Alt again, and you can see when you paste inside Kali, it went through, okay? This is how you copy and paste from like Google into a Haiku range, okay? Oh, well, thanks, MooseTube. Yeah, it takes a while, and it's very fun and interesting. So let's take a look here. Now, we don't want to use test.sh. We want to use print.cgi, right? And this IP address should be your target IP address, 10.161.43.16. And we are on port 1337. Now, one mistake I made, hit Control C on this on this browser. Go into this terminal shell and hit Control C to break the netcat listener. What you need to do is actually figure out the IP address. So I'm going to do ifconfig space pipe, which is shift in the backslash button. It's right above your enter key. And I'm going to type in inet, okay? This is just going to give me my IP address for this box. That's my box's IP address. Now I'm going to push up twice, get that netcat listener back up, go back over here. I know I'm moving a little quick here. And I'm going to do this. Okay. So what we're going to be doing, guys, okay, there's a lot going on here. Curl is basically like a web browser, right? Like it's like requesting content from a web server. We're going to pass it a user agent with the shell shock vulnerability code. This right here is what makes shell shock work, okay? Then we're going to say, once we're in there, run bin bash, which is going to give us a shell, an interactive one, and open, basically send it to a network port 1337 on this IP address, right? And run it from this print CGI bin. Like, we're basically exploiting the CGI bin, okay? And I'm doing a terrible job of explaining it, but that's what's happening, okay? Okay, here we go. I'm going to hit enter on this. Failed to connect. Okay, that was a mistake. 10.163.43.16. What happened here? Oh, you have to do port 80 also. I mean, port 808. Again, I forgot about it. Right there. You've got to add the port 808. Okay, let's try it again. Okay, did you see it? Did you see it come in? Did you see it come in? These labs are safe. Okay? So we got 14 minutes. But guys, what we just did was we just ran this command, and we had a netcat listener on port 1337 over here. And as soon as we made the command, we exploited the shell shock vulnerability to basically make the victim computer, that web server we've been looking at, reach out to our Kali instance and establish a connection. So now, in your best 90s hacker voice, I'm in. If you are a Simply Cyber Squad community member, two things. One, you'll notice that there's 3 new emotes. Cash rules everything around me for the woo. But more importantly, if you have successfully done a reverse shell, go ahead and drop a Hackerman emote in chat, because you are Hackerman. Way to go. All right. So once we're inside this, we are literally on the machine now. Okay? So we're looking for a low flag inside, I assume, the home bin. So we're inside. If you see where we are, we're in user lib CGI bin. We don't want to be there. We want to go to our home directory. Right? Which is, I did cd space tilde slash. Okay? This will take you to your current, whatever user you're logged in as, this will take you to their home directory. You could see here in the home directory, there's 2 flags. There's 2 files, forget.txt and low flag. The flag is what we care about. So let's use cat on that low flag. You cannot use tab complete here. You could see there we go. There we got the flag. So let's go ahead. And I want to get this range completed before the range window closes. So I'm kind of moving quickly here. Okay, we've got 12 minutes to beat it. Okay, so I'm going to hit Control, Alt, Shift to bring up that guacamole. You could see it automatically puts the flag in there because I'm going from Kali to, I'm going from Kali to our host system. I'm going to right click and copy. I'm going to hit Control, Alt, Shift to get rid of it. And then I'm going to go up into the answer key and I'm going to paste it. Okay? This is the flag. This is the value that we got inside that low flag.txt. Yes, thank you, Jenny. And we're going to upgrade that shell in a hot second. Okay? In fact, let's do it. Like upgrade TTY shell Python 3. Python. I always forget the command all the time, but all right. So I'll put this in chat. This is the one I always see, okay? This is the one I always see on how to upgrade your shell. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do it. We don't really need to upgrade the shell right now, but we'll do it anyways. All right, let's paste in here to upgrade our shell. We've got a reverse shell. Now we've got command not found. Can we do Python 3? Let's do this really quickly. Oh my God, bro. All right, I can't right now. Hold on one second. Can we do Python 3? Let's see how that works. All right, I don't know if that's going to work, but anyways, let's go ahead and submit the flag. Wow, okay. Okay. All right. So I got kicked out for some reason. I got kicked out. Let's see if I can catch up to you guys really quickly, okay? I really don't want to terminate my active session. All right, that stinks. Later, Caleb. All right, guys, I'm just rebooting the range really quickly. I'm going to try to blast through this as quickly as I can to get back to where you guys are. Oh, thanks, Aranita. I'm spinning up my range. All right, so really quickly, I'm just doing this to catch up now. Oh. Okay, hold on. Remember, it was 808, comma, slash Apache, slash 247, if I recall. Submit. Oh my God. Hold on a second. All right, so that was right. And then this was CGI bin colon slash server status, if I recall. Yep. And then this was print CGI. Okay, let's do that. And then now we got to get that low flag. Do we still have it in our thing? No. Okay. All right, let's do this really quickly. I got to launch 2 shells. IF config. See how quickly I can speed run this. Grep inet. We got that. And then let's do a netcat slash lvnp 1337. Got that going for us. Very nice. Okay, then let's launch another one. Let's do, gosh, what are we going to do? The shell shock, right? Because we've already confirmed that it's vulnerable to shell shock. Oh my God, come on, man. Copy this. Let's bring this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do that. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. My head's covering this up, so let's do this. All right, now let's do this. Let's do this. Print.cgi. Let's do this. Target IP is 10.161.105.72, port 808. Okay, let's keep going. We are doing port 1337. And the IP of our box is 10.161.81.147. That looks good. We've got our reverse listener. You get to watch the shell catch again. Get ready for that. Here we go. All right, so now we've got we're in our best 90s hacker voice, right? So I'm going to change directories to my home directory. I'm going to get that flag. I'm going to cat that flag. There's the flag. Got a nice little sweat going on here. Copy that. I'm going to copy it out. Copy that. We're going to pop it up here. We're going to go ahead and submit that. Boom, baby, boom. Okay, now let's look at the final flag and see what we're doing here. Okay, you want to go for a hint together? Haiku? Haiku's for learning, testing, discussing cybersecurity. If you get stuck and you're playing by yourself and you get stuck, there are hints right here. So let's do a hint. Well, first, what's the next challenge, okay? We've moved into our final phase, privilege escalation. We got a foothold. We have a box. We're a low privilege user. What information could be present there? Let's see. We got to get root privilege. Sudo-L tells us which commands we can use with the elevated permissions. Well, let's see what that is. Right? So let's use sudo.l. Now, if we wanted to, we could do the hint. Let's click a hint. Hint 1. Right? You may not have a full TTY, so you need to upgrade your shell. Okay. So when we upgrade our shell, let's do that. This Python move right here is pretty solid. Let's go back to Haiku. I'm going to do Control-Alt-Delete. Control-Alt-Shift, not Control-Alt-Delete. That would be a bad move. We're going to paste this in. I am going to change it to Python 3. I'm going to show you guys what this looks like in a second, okay? Python 3-C, tick import PTY. Like, basically, you shouldn't have to type this. You can, if you type into Google TTY shell upgrade Python, you're going to find this, okay? This is what you need to. Okay, so let's go ahead and bring that in here. Let's upgrade the shell right here. Okay, hit return. I don't think that worked. Did that work? What's the password for sudo-l? I mean, for bug? Password? I don't know. I'm at a loss. Let's use another hint. Doing a lot here. Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point, Arcades and Indies. Ask ChatGPT. Seeing you have all permissions means you can do anything as root. Okay, hold on. How would I got to find a different way to upgrade the shell. That's what I got to do. All right, so let's upgrade from netcat, I guess. Because I feel like it doesn't have Python. Right? Right? Python's not seeming to work too well here. Let's try it one more time. Wait, hold on. All right, so it doesn't have Python. So we're going to have to upgrade the shell using, I guess, netcat here. Let's see. I've never done this before. While the shell's in the background, examine what are we doing here? Set the current STTY to type raw and tell it to echo the input characters with the following input. Okay. Okay, so let's do this. This is kind of janky. We've got a shell here. What are we doing here? Which Python? Okay, good. That didn't do anything. Look around for files. Oh, okay, so thank you, Jenny. Jenny Housley, people. She is an absolute champion. All right, so this is probably Bug's password. So I was going to try to do some type of like richer shell, but let's do this. Let's copy. Let's do sudo L, and then we'll use this password that we just got. And we can see here, it looks like we can execute anything we want. This is horrible. You want to talk about attack surface? That's not good. Okay, so this like privilege escalation is just like here by default. So typically you're going to want to look in the root directory. Wait, how do I sudo ls/root? All right, there we go. So so sudo cat priv flag.txt. What did I? Oh wait. Sudo cat /root/priv, and it would be a little bit easier if I had a full shell, but I don't. There we go. There is our root. So you want to run sudo cat /root/priv_flag.txt, and that's going to get you that rich and juicy 72-ounce tomahawk flag. Meaty, juicy flag. Go ahead, Control-Alt-Shift to get the thing up. You'll see it's here. Copy it to your clipboard. Drop it in here. Hit enter. Boom, baby. We did it. Nice job, everybody. Yes, we are lead. We are lead hack source. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed the stream today. We were playing Haiku Pro, doing the life cycle range. I was basically walking through how the cyber attack kill chain works. We did catch a reverse shell, which is pretty dope as far as I'm concerned. Oh, so I got Bug's password because there was a file in the local directory, in Bug's directory, where basically the Bug had written themselves a note with their username and password. Sometimes people, will create an Excel file called passwords or a notepad file called passwords and store it in there, and that's what happened. We did not do a brute force attack. I will say that Bug's password was very strong, so a brute force attack would not have worked on that. So I hope you enjoyed it. Yes, my pleasure. Again, if you were here on stream, you were able to play absolutely free. I hope you learned something. I hope you got more than just the point and clicking. I hope you appreciate what is, happening across the kill chain. I hope you were successful in catching that reverse shell. I'm telling you, nothing feels quite as good as catching a reverse shell. It's very, very satisfying. We got the flags. We completed the range. If you're watching this on replay, this range will be not free after like right now. Basically, it's no longer free. So this was an exclusive just for this stream and this community only. I genuinely appreciate all of you being here. Stay tuned. I mean, I don't say this very often, but like, if you liked the content, hit like and subscribe. I do this every Monday. Every other Monday I play Haiku Pro. Every other Monday I play World of Haiku. So next week I'll play World of Haiku. But if you enjoy these instructives, walk-alongs, follow-alongs, the community that's here, the Simply Cyber community, you guys are awesome. That's why I say hit subscribe, because basically you'll be made aware when we do this kind of content. So I genuinely appreciate it. Share it with a friend. And I'll answer some questions on chat really quickly. Haneen says, who can we practice this? I'm not sure quite what you mean by that question, Haneen, if you can clarify. Mazathor with the squad membership. Thank you. Thank you, Laura Flores. Yeah, I have a passion for cybersecurity, educating and like helping people and hooking people up. So like, to me, this is a delight for me, frankly. All right. Carrie, I know you had some challenges, Carrie, but you can definitely go back. Please follow the content. I do try to break down exactly what I'm doing every step, why I'm doing it, what the bigger picture is, so you guys can have that kind of, appreciation for what's happening in there. Yeah, I would definitely say like you either win or you learn something. That's kind of the two options. All right, guys, it's been good. It's been real. It's been a lot of fun. Is it possible to have disabled communities get involved? I'm determined to have my outreach team recommended and deployed. Yeah, and Federal Citizen, I don't know if you're the same person who commented in one of my streams about being wheelchair bound. If you mean disabled like that, I haven't answered that comment yet, but basically cybersecurity can be for anyone. Like, I know people who are wheelchair bound that are absolutely legends inside of the information security industry. So disabled, there's definitely place for everybody in cybersecurity. Yeah, the free period has ended. It was for the stream only. Haneen, I mean, can I practice the CTF or only? So you were able to practice it for free during the stream. The stream is now ending, so that opportunity has expired. Please hit subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. When I go live to play Haiku Pro, it will be free again. Like, I've got a relationship with Haiku where when I go and do these instructable ranges, the range becomes free just for my community, just for the time I'm streaming. So you want to get here. It's like appointment viewing, basically. You can't do it afterwards. I mean, you could if you signed up, right? But Let's Go Nick wants to know how much Haiku is a month. That's a very good question. I want to say like $10 a month, maybe, Nick. Don't quote me on that. $8 a month. It's reasonable. You're welcome, Kimberly. Yep. Let's see. Thank you, Gail Salins. Cool. Yeah, definitely connect with everybody. Yeah, there are free ranges on Haiku. It's not like all the ranges are paid. There are free ranges on Haiku. So go check it out. All right, I'm going to boogie out of here, guys. It's been real. It's been a lot of fun. I guess I'll just share this since, I've got your attention for a second. If you did enjoy this, I don't just play video games on stream. I do have a YouTube channel, obviously. Tomorrow is April 4th. So tomorrow, every single morning, I actually run a daily cyber threat briefing. Every single morning, I run a daily cyber threat briefing. And there's a couple hundred people in there. I'm giving the top cyber news stories of the day. I'm also you know, like setting you up for success. A lot of great networking. So come by. This episode tomorrow is at 10 a.m. Eastern. They're usually at 8 a.m., but I have a couple at 10 a.m. still. That's going away. So come check out all of that, and it'll be all about good times. All right, guys. That's going to do it for me. I'm Jerry, your chat. Jenny Housley, Laura Flores, Mr. Even Stranger, Carrie, Kimberly, James Randolph, Chris Cahal, all y'all. Thanks so much, and until next time, stay secure.